Happy Friday! It's actually Thursday as I'm recording this, but it's beautiful out. I've got some time right now, so I figured I would record Fridays. Alright, so your weekend rune reading. I don't really have anything that I want to say right off the bat before I start, so I might as well just start. Actually, before I start, I want to show you this sweet frickin' folder. I have definitely shown people this before, but just want to do it again because it's really beautiful. Look at that. There's literally chunks of garnet metamorphosized into this thing. It's so cool. I love it. If we weren't to a really busy road, this would be my favorite place to sit. Bikes are out. I love spring. I love spring. Okay. So let's pull a few runes. Talk about the weekend. I didn't get set up before I started. Let's just hit play. Okay. Oh, so 3 runes. Past energy coming into this weekend. What do we got? Yara. There we go. Yara. The harvest. It's number 12. Indicates a cycle of time, a period, usually a period of 1 year, but not necessarily. Sometimes it indicates farmers, you know, people that are connected to nature. I'm gonna pause for a few seconds. There's actually a ton of traffic coming past, so just give me a minute here. Okay, I think most of it is calmed down. There's probably going to be a few more vehicles that come past here while I'm doing this, but where was I? Yara. A year, literally. The harvest. Best way to put this into like a simple way to view it is Yara represents the material, tangible rewards for doing the right thing at the right time. So, the harvest, right? Plant seeds, water them, tend them, pull up weeds. Successful harvest. There's a little bit more to it than that, right? But that's the concept behind Yara. Essentially, it is saying, especially being the first rune, we're in a time right now where it's important to have patience. We're still like in this cycle. Yeah, it's important to have patience and trust yourself and continue to just put one step in front of the other and continue to make the decisions that you need to, and just keep moving forward with whatever it is that you're doing, right? Actually, beside me, what I did while I was waiting for the traffic to die down, I'm making some little short fences for my mom's garden. So we have a willow tree, and there's a couple willow trees nearby that I've just been taking branches from. Decent little straight ones, because they grow pretty straight, and making them so they can go into the ground easily. And I'm actually using the shape of a rune for the fence itself. gonna be nice and simple. So I'm gonna put some string in here. I'm using like a waxed thread. Super simple, low tech. That's what I was doing. But yeah, it won't keep the dogs out of the garden and of the area in here that we'll be planting more herbs and stuff, but it will assist. So yeah, that's what I was just doing, and it's an example of just taking the actions that are necessary. Like where I am, it's not too early to work the soil. We can work the soil. However, it's too early to plant things outside. There's still a danger of frost where we are. So for me, everything started inside, and I can't really plant anything out here yet. But I can get ready to. Right? There's another motorbike. There's a few Harleys in town. Using the energy of Yera correctly, you can expect and probably have already been receiving these material goods, generosity, food, offers, opportunities, whatever. Second rune, our present energy. Wow. Manas. That's the shape of my fence. That was a rune that came up in my reading today, actually. So Manas. Manas is the rune of humankind. Brothers and sisters everywhere. It represents the heroic struggle of humankind. The fact that you are most human and most alive when you're in the flesh right now. It's the rune of consciousness come down into the flesh. How we all come from the same source, but we're all on a different journey. And Manas represents seekers. Everybody that is seeking to learn truth and to understand. And it represents the moment on that journey when you really truly become aware of your mortality, but instead of living for or living in fear, it's living for the moment, for the joy. Understanding that yes, everyone is mortal. We will pass away at some point in time. We won't always be in this form. And life on earth is a struggle. It's not easy. It's not something that gets to be handed to you. And that is the heroic struggle of Manas. If this energy is blocked, if Manas is blocked, then it indicates that you're living in fear. It indicates that relationships around you are based on lies or misperceptions. And it indicates that maybe you're afraid of your own shadow, afraid to do things. It could indicate a blindness to the fact that we're all mortal, and the fact that we're mortal is what really ensures this process of becoming, of unfolding. If we were immortal in this flesh form, that would be a boring life. You would be bored eventually. there wouldn't be a reason to struggle to exist. I really hope that makes sense. The whole point of being here in the flesh right now is to have experiences, is to live and not be afraid of living, not be afraid of life. In fact, being here in the flesh right now is a gift of consciousness. It is the universe or God's opportunity to know itself. The whole point of manas is to try and show it, and it's dark. There we go. The whole point of manas is to enjoy every second of being here that you possibly can. You're not going to get another chance as you. So make the absolute most of it. And if this energy is not blocked, it indicates that there is people waking up to this, understanding the totality of it, realizing their mortality, but not being afraid of it. And the last rune, Tevas. Sunlight. Tevas. Manas is 20, by the way, so 12, 20. And then Tevas is number 17. So this is the rune of Tyr, the war god Tyr. It's a rune of justice, of truth, justice, loyalty, faith, analytical, logical functions. It's funny because Mars rules logic too. Just putting that out there. But anyway, Tevas. Being that it's the last rune, if this energy is not blocked for you, then that would mean that there's you have been embracing and utilizing your logical functioning. You can expect some justice, some loyalty. It means that you've been loyal to others. It means that you have a guiding star, a lodestone, you could say, that is guiding your path forward, and you should continue to follow it. If this energy is blocked for you, if Tevas is a merc staff, then perhaps you've been too busy staying in an analytical mode, like analysis paralysis, and not doing. Could indicate that there is some injustice headed your way. So there's two ways you could see this reading today. Also, I just looked at Yara again and realized, well, I know this to be true already, but... So I was just looking at this, and because this represents a period of time and a cycle of time, kind of like a wheel, right? It's broken though, right? And we're in this time of splitting. So this reading could come out very different for you depending on what part or what timeline you're on. It could be a very dark reading. I'm going to be frank, it could be very dark. If you're on the darker timeline, it means that your relationships are based on misperceptions, and maybe you're becoming aware of this right now, maybe not. You're living in fear, you're living in hopelessness, and you're stuck in analysis paralysis. Always thinking, never doing. You are seeing injustice and disloyalty, dishonesty. Alternatively, if you're on the other timeline, then you're finding your brother and sisterhood. You're understanding the futility of trying to circumvent death. You're living in the now, and you can expect some faith, loyalty, justice, and it's urging you to continue analyzing and using your logic and planning and executing and moving forward and expecting faith and justice. Another way that Tevaz could come out dark is, Tyr sacrificed his right hand, his sword hand, and the story's kind of a little bit long. 17 on the clock, it's got number 17 rune, interesting. The story's a little bit long, but essentially sacrificing his right hand indicates that he's sacrificing his will to action. So if this is a merc staff, you could see it as sacrificing overmuch, being too sacrificial, like giving up your rights for the safety and comfort of others. But on the bright side, bright stab, merc stab. On the bright side, that sacrifice could come out as, sacrificing pleasures for production, or that's actually a really good way to look at it. Like, instead of playing video games right now, I'm gonna go make this fucking fence, or this is what I want to do, but this is what needs to be done right now. Or this is what I need to do if I want blank, blank, and blank to happen. Ugh. So, very interesting reading today for this weekend. I'm gonna leave it there. It's kind of ended up being longer than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. Yeah. Have a good weekend. Peace.